Some here. Another tip for you. Nah. Hey, what is up, YouTube world? Hey, I'm Joe with Wicked Fabs, and today I'm gonna show you my painting technique for the plastic pieces for the interior of the truck. What I like to do is I'll clean the pieces first by prepping them, and then I will use this plastic coat. It is a plastic adhesive promoter, which I will spray. The can recommends 3 coats, and we'll do 3 coats, light coats. And then once I have that done, then I am going to paint the color of the interior with the truck paint by Dupli-color. This is the Dupli-color trunk paint, and this is the gray and white splatter effect. That will be the interior color. And then after I have the color down, then I am going to spray it with the clear coat over it as a protective finish over it from getting in the truck and normal wear and tear. So I'll take you through the steps. I'll show you a couple coats with the primer, or I'll show you a video with the primer. Then we'll go to the base coat, and then I will show you the finished product, what it's like with the clear coat. What I like to do is clean the surface that's going to be painted, and then with the plastic adhesive promoter, shake it up. And I'm just going to show you here on a few pieces here, and then what my technique is. But you shake the can up, and in between spraying, or while I'm spraying every now and then, I'll also shake the can. That way it keeps the paint mixed up quite well. And I like doing multiple coats, but in light coats. And I'll show you my technique here, and it's just a simple back and forth, not heavy, and just very lightly. And you can see it being laid down, but I also like to overlap the area that I'm painting. I do have a vent fan going on, so that way the fumes don't get overwhelming in here. It's best to do multiple coats and lighter coats. That way you don't get no runs, and you try and stay away from as much imperfections as you can. Just nice even strokes back and forth, overlapping the sections. And then like in the curves area, you could come back around the other side and curve it. But you also want to go with the shape of the piece you're painting. Like you see here, watch this curve. Nice, and that's all it is just nice even strokes. And the thing is not to lay it down too heavy to where it's going to run. All right, well, I'm going to finish up priming these pieces back, and then we'll lay some base down. All right, now that we got some of the pieces all primed up to where we want them, and now it is time to lay the base coat down, which is the color, the gray and white splatter effect, trunk paint by Dupli-color, which I picked all of this stuff up from A&A Truck and Off-Road here in Dallas, PA. So we'll start laying the base down just like you would the primer, small, light coats and multiple coats. keep it a nice even flow. Shake it up every now and then. If you use this splatter paint, you want to stay back a little bit further than you would, like a lot of cans say 6 to 8 inches. This one I would stay back maybe 12 to 16, so that way you get the splatter effect. Alright, well I'm going to finish getting these all painted up and I'll be right back to show you what it looks like when they're done. Okay, now that we have our base laid and the way we like it, and I've done it with multiple coats, and I'll show you what that looks like. Here's the piece that goes underneath the steering column. This is the textured trunk paint by Dupli-color. And I'll show you on another piece here. Here's another piece I did. And this piece goes behind the glove box door, so the glove box door comes up this way, and when it's open you'll see the strip of gray behind the glove box when it's open, and this is where the latch comes down in between here. So I try to get all the little pieces that I could get. Don't want to leave no details out, so this way when the glove box is open, inside the glove box somewhat matches the rest of the interior. So what I like to do is, what I'm going to use for the clear coat is the Dupli-color protective clear coat finish. And just like the spray cans, shake it up a little bit. And what I didn't show you is in the previous, I also used this spray gun, which is a lot easier on the hand and on the fingers when you're spraying. So I figure I'll show it to you now. And all these spray guns do is just push on the top of the can, and you twist the knob here, and just line up your nozzle with the little trigger piece right here. And then before I use these, I'd like to spray a little area here to make sure the spray pattern is not hitting off the side or whatnot. And if it is, you just twist the can a little bit until you get the spray to where you need to go. And it's just like with the primer and the base coat. To do the finish coat is the same process. Just nice steady flows. I like pulling the trigger and taking it off. And multiple coats. I don't like to lay it down too heavy because this is where you're going to see your finished work at. And just follow the piece that you're painting. And I also like to overlap the area that I'm spraying. Just nice soft light coats. Nice even flow. It's better to go a little bit lighter on the clear coat finish. This is where you definitely don't want no runs. That's why you do multiple coats. Okay, so I'm going to finish this up and I will show you what it looks like with the protective clear coat over the top of it. Alright guys, now that we have our clear coat laid down and it now has dried, and I'll show you what it looks like with the clear coat on it. Once again, this is the piece that goes under the steering column. As you can see, it has a nice shine or a gleam to it. Well, another helpful tip for you guys that are using spray cans is not to let your spray can go all the way to the bottom to where it wants to spit the paint out. Always leave a little bit in the bottom so that way you'll avoid the spitting or the splatter effect. And hope this video helps you guys out. And I'm Joe, you're watching Wicked Fabs, and bring it in here.